builders, parents, and collectors. This episode of the Creation Evaluation Station will be evaluating this. It's a Lego Ninjago Legacy Tournament of Elements. It's a very different set. It's very much feels like a figure pack because we have a bunch of characters that we've not seen before, and it's kind of just basically a dojo where they fight in. But the details may look nice. It's going to be interesting how it comes out. But before I get any further, if you're new to my channel, I do in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, but other products as well. I also do reviews and discussions of other creative works such as movies, video games, and animation. And because they are in-depth reviews, they can be on the long side, so make sure you are using the timestamps here down on the bottom or down in the description to help jump around to the parts you want to see the most, or to use as bookmarks to come back at a later time. So let's take a closer look at that box. It's from season 4. There's the back. And to get down to the details, set number 71735. It's for ages 6 and up, has 283 pieces, and retails for $29.99, but is no longer available on the Lego website. I did see it online on eBay for not ridiculous prices, around $35, which that's, you know, $5-6 more than retail, but it isn't ridiculous. The reason being, it came out, what was it January? Yeah, January of 2021, and then it just retired this past summer in July. I don't know if it just wasn't a good seller, so they decided to cut it off early or what, but considering it's not that expensive on eBay, it might not have been a really good seller. I myself, I wanted to pick it up because it has one of the golden ninjas in it for their anniversary. Other than that, it's got some other cool pieces and stuff in it, but the set itself doesn't interest me because, it's just really a mini figure pack. There's nothing too amazing with this build. I mean, you get a nice dojo and arena type thing going on here, but it's not something that's really special, I would say. Now, it does have the jade weapons in it. If you've never had those, there's a good chance to get those. I'm not sure if I have many of them myself. I don't think I have much from season 4, but gotta go through my backlog and find out. But before I do that, let's check out this set first. So let's go open her up. Here we have the contents of the box. We have one floppy book that I'm gonna have to deal with, flatten her out, but it's really thick, which is surprising. I don't think there'd be that much in here, but yeah. We also have a small sticker sheet with what, four stickers. Probably looks like for some flags or signs of some kind. We have bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, and on top of that we have a spinner piece that is outside of the bags. So let's see what's inside each one. Here we have the contents of bag 1. I also put that spinner piece in here as well. Got some plates. We got this just a single sheet of plastic. It's supposed to be basically a window piece. Goes over this. Kind of weird when I saw it. I'm like, what is this? We had a bag of jade blade weapons in here, and kind of cool. I don't know if I have any other sets with these in, so this will be nice to own. I don't know if we use all of them. We also have a print for the 10th anniversary, which is nice. And along with that, we have the Golden Lloyd in here. We have Kai and Izor. Don't know all these guys' names. I mean, I know all these, but I don't know everybody in this set. So we also have a transparent round piece. Probably going to go on the bottom of the spinner. Some gold swords, some other pieces in gold. Yeah, that's the first bag. Here we have the second bag, and we've got some more of the tan plates. Another one of those paper wall pieces. Some other knickknacks and thingamabobs. Nothing too unusual. We got some transparent pieces here, the hand blast parts. They'll be using these. There's this weird piece I've seen somewhere before. I don't know what it's used for. So we got some chains, and we also have these purple transparent saucers, which I think that's a cool color. Jay's in here, and this other guy, which I don't know who he is. But that is that bag. One more to go. Here we have the last and final bag. We got some more tan parts for building, some green leafery. Got some cones. Another wall piece. Whoops. Another wall piece. Wow, I got some great fingers. Another wall piece. Got a really long one by whatever it is. Plate over there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's a big one. Some more support pieces. Got a lot of gold pieces. There's a lot of small gribble on this last one here. Gold lightsabers, gold hooks, gold studs, gold this, gold that. There's a lot of gold. And we got our last two characters. Don't know who they are. Don't have their names in front of me either. Yeah, that's the last bag. Let's go put this all together. Here we have the leftover parts from this set. Fortunately, none of the Jade Blade weapons were left over. But we do have some gold swords and some other nice pieces, like some lightsaber hilt bars, a chain, different bars. We got one of these clear pieces for the handheld powers. I don't know what to call them. We got some masks. We got this nice piece, which can be used for, you know, anybody you want to give a higher ranking to. Shoulder pads like that. Kind of nice. Yeah, that's it. It's disappointing about the blades. Here we have at least part of our cast of characters. Definitely some newer faces that I'm not familiar with, mostly because I don't watch the show, and they're unique characters to probably a certain episode or two. Considering this is the only set I think most of them have been in. But as for their names, we have Jacob here on guitar, Bo Lobo here, the wild man. And then we are familiar with Izor. We've seen him a couple times now in these sets. So we'll look at them, take their gear off, then we'll look at the next batch and take their gear off as well. We have all their accessories and hair and everything else stripped down here. Take a closer look at these guys. This guy's got some nice printing on his chest. Definitely a unique piece. The color, definitely unique head. This guy over here is pretty unique in himself. Got a unique pair of legs there and bare chest with the feather there. It's very nice. Quite the grimace on his face. Izor we've seen before. He's not a bad figure except for that chest. I mean, look, his chest should be as yellow as this guy's chest, and it's definitely not there. Other than that, it's really good design, and the printing on the legs and everything are great. This guy got little legs, so he doesn't. I'm not sure he's supposed to be a child or what, or just really short because he's got a mustache. Okay, now on the back, Izor does not have a second face because the mohawk would show it. Nice printing once again on the back of that. And some nice printing on these other guys too. Got some tattoos or something going on there, scars. Not sure. But yeah, but definitely some nice printing there. And this guy, once again, that really nice printing. Well, I would say the front is a little bit more extravagant than the back, but still you got a nice design that continues onto the back with that really nice gold printing. Looks really good with the green, and the head's just as good as the front side. Yeah, I don't know how old this guy's supposed to be. He's got short legs. He's just shorty. So let's check out the other 4 characters. We have the rest of our cast of characters, including some well-known ninjas. We have Special Legacy 10th Anniversary Lloyd here. And we have Jay. Oops, that's Jay. Excuse me. We have Kai and we have Jay. And then we have this fellow here whose name is Gravis, which I'm guessing he uses gravity powers somehow. Now when I did the parts for this, I went through it rather quickly. I thought these were just transparent purple. But they're not just transparent purple. They're transparent glitter purple. Those look really nice as his powers or whatever. But let's strip them all down of their powers and weapons and everything else and take a closer look at them. We've got everybody stripped down of their gear, and got to say these gis are really nice looking on all of them, not just the special golden figure here of Lloyd, but the other ones as well. I like how it's same style but definitely all done differently. I really like to know what color his shirt's supposed to be. If it's supposed to be white, yeah, it's got opacity issues, and I feel like it does. But you could pretend it's off-white, bluish-white, I suppose. This new guy here, he's got definitely unique pattern for his chest. I like the different metallic colors. He's got both bronze, gold, a couple different shades of it in there. It's really nice. Quite the dapper face there too. And looking on the other side, let's start with him. Got that back. Looks really nice. Continues some of the pattern of the back, although there's a little bit less there. Nothing wrong with that. The face, he's sleeping or something there. But maybe he's meditating, since he seems to be some kind of psychic mind user. Then we have Jay and Kai with their opposite faces, and these are gis we've seen before. Like I've said, they all look good. And then we have Lloyd over here, very not happy face, and once again the nice printing on the back there. Oh, maybe I like the front better. Yeah, it works. Yeah, looks good on both sides. So those are the cast of characters. Let's move on to the actual set. We have everything put together here, and we've already covered the figures, which I feel like is the main attraction of this, but we'll look at some of the smaller details going on here. It's overall, just from a distance, it's a nice little play area. It's supposed to be kind of an arena. After all, it's the Tournament of Elements, and yeah, there is a little detail here there spread out. It's not quite all as uniform as it first looks. So we'll take a closer look at that. First, we'll swipe away all these figures. So we'll leave Kai here, I guess, and maybe Izor. take these guys off the top. It's nice. It's got like 2 levels. I like that. That's gives you a different dimension of play, so you can play down on the ground and up on top up here. First, we'll start with the external stuff before we actually go to this. Comes with this, and you build it. Basically, you're supposed to put your figure on it, as far as I can tell, and then you can fight like this. Move it back and forth, and they swing it back and forth against somebody else, and you could have this guy stationary, or you could have him up top here. You can't really have the thing move back and forth too much, but so it keeps your hands away from the play, so you can see what's going on a little bit more. It's an interesting little element. And then we have a Spinjitzu spinner thing, the old-fashioned kind. She used to put somebody in there. Fortunately, we don't have an actual top spinner. You can spin it somewhat there, as you see. Yeah. Though, if you have any of the old spinners, I think this will work for this. I also think they've also added this because it's kind of a goes with the Lloyd figure. You notice it's gold down here, and it's also got embedded sparkles all over it as well. So it might be actually in this set more for the to go with the Golden Lloyd and part of the anniversary. That this was one of the first sets to come out in that legacy line with these figures. So it may have been what they were thinking and put a special version in this set. So that's kind of it for the external stuff. These guys can go away for a second, and we'll take a closer look at this. I am going to hold the camera, so it might get a little bit shaky here, but we can take a closer look at everything. Starting down here, I find it interesting that they used, you can see they used ball and socket joints to connect these, so you can do some really weird things here, but it's supposed to be flat and, basically a training wheel or a training device. Looks very deadly with those curved blades spinning around like that. And then moving over to here, we have some kind of special holy book that's sitting there. Maybe it's not really a holy book, maybe it's just to register names of people in the tournament. But that's kind of a nice little detail we got going on there. Then over here we have this thing. Now these all can come out pretty easily. They're only stuck in by like 2 studs. And this is just pretty much a display of different green blades. Now you see these are on angles. They are not on hinges, so they are permanently, this whole area is like permanently bent in this position, which is fine, but just to make you aware of what's going on. It's not a flexible thing. The only flexible things are these little things on the end, and like on this end here too we have a, and this is just a plant, kind of a small tree growing here. So at first glance this looks like it's supposed to be an internal thing, but then you have this plant here that makes it look more like an external arena. So I don't know, it's a little confusing what we got going on here. And then we have this barrel over here that has skates in it. I don't know why skates. They certainly aren't as precious as golden blades, but yeah. Moving up here to the second floor, there's a lot less here, but there's more space to play. These are supposed to have stickers on. I'm just having some kind of saying on each one. We have these potteries. Now this one over here has, well, I can't get it open with one hand, but trust me, there is a small golden jade dagger inside that. And speaking of which, there's another jade dagger here, and two larger jade sword blades. They said there were no leftover jade parts, so like one of the little daggers is hidden in there. That's technically, you could consider it leftover. No one would know if it wasn't there. But it's more for play. They somehow get the jade dagger out of there. And moving on, flipping it over, there's not much to see here. I'm not even sure what this knob here is for. It's supposed to be so you can take this off. This is only attached by two studs to two, so it can come off easy. I do like these. Basically, they're supposed to be like paper walls. Like that's how Japanese makes their classic walls or doors, and it's kind of neat that they did that here. They look better from this side with the dividers in it, but yeah, this really isn't meant to be looked at from the outside. It's kind of bland, not much there, and that's pretty much it. There's not a lot here other than all these figures. Back here at the desk, give this my final thoughts and my final evaluation. Overall, well, I can't say I love this set, because think about this set. It's not for everybody. It's definitely, like, I like Ninjago, but I like it primarily for all the vehicles and the mechs and the dragons. I like the large temples too. Those are kind of nice. And this has some aspect of that. You have a building type thing. But mostly this is just a figure pack. And there's definitely a lot of unique figures here. And if you're a big Ninjago fan, you're probably going to know who all these characters are. You're going to want this set, because some of these characters can only be gotten from this set. I'm not one of them. I don't mind getting more figures, but this set has never excited me because of that. I did like the Golden Lloyd. I was trying to collect all the special golden ninjas anyways. And one thing I do like are the jade weapons. It's something different. Now, I think they, in the original season 4 sets, they probably had them there as well. I don't know how many of them I have. I've got to go through and organize some of my older ones. Like some I know I have the whole wave of, and some I have bits and pieces of. Some I probably don't even have any of. There are different reasons why. But yeah, that's my overall feelings about the set. It's kind of meh, to be honest. That's my overall feelings on it. It's not terrible. And I feel it's more for a different niche than me. And but with that, I'll talk a little bit more about it when I do the eval. So let's move on with that. Now, appearance. This looks great. The building looks great. The figures are, for the most part, great. There's some opacity issues that have, always been there. But the new figures all look really good. Like the special figures that are unique to this set are definitely good looking. But I am going to take a point off for those other characters. The same ones we've seen, like Jay with his the shirt underneath, and Izor and his terrible colored chest. So I gave appearance a 9, and yeah, I mean, overall it's a nice looking set. The building is decent and has quite a bit of playability, which we'll get to in a moment. But next up is function. So there's not a lot going on with this set. So there really was an amazing function. This is a neat little thing here with the rubber underneath, and that will make them spin and fight. I almost wish you had two, so you could go at it like that. There are extra rubber pieces, but not the other part of the wheel type thing. But yeah, that was kind of neat. But other than that, there really isn't much here as way as functions. You know, oh, you got this that spins, and that does spin good. So there's nothing amazing here, functionality wise. There's like no trapdoors or anything else like that. So it's basically going to get a 9. It's nothing good here, or nothing amazing here, or nothing bad as well. Now, fun. The build itself wasn't that fun, just because it was kind of repetitive with this building. It's a repeating pattern. There's some, you know, the little mini builds are unique, but nothing really to write home about either. But that broke up the monotony of the sameness. And then, but actual play fun, play value here. This is a tournament. Now, I think there's only one real bad guy here, which is Izor. I think all the rest are technically good guys, but it's a tournament, so they're going to be fighting each other. So there's plenty of opportunity for role play there. I mean, maybe they're having the tournament, and Izor is there to mess with them, because he's not actually any part of the tournament. He's just there to maybe mess up our main characters or something like that. So there's a lot to be played here. They all have their different weapons and powers and stuff going on. I don't know if this guy is supposed to have like a grass power, or if that's supposed to be a grass spear. I don't know. But then there's all the jade weapons that they can use as well. Although I think they're supposed to be more for the rewards. So fun, pretty much got a 9. It's, you know, there's plenty here to play with. And there's, plenty of space to play with. That's what I wanted to say, too. Because, I mean, you got the floor here in front. And you can't really play underneath here too much, because there's a lot. That's where a lot of the little detailed small builds and stuff are. But the second floor is really great. There's enough room here to do some playing around on top of here, as well as what you have going down below, and this adds an extra dimension to the fights and play. You know, maybe they jump up here and jump back down and stuff, or you know, you just have audience up here maybe watching. But so yeah, that's all I wanted to say for fun. I think. Now, let's see. Oh yeah, technique. There's nothing really amazing here for technique. I mean, there's nothing bad here either. It's, you know, good structurally sound building for this little arena type thing. The figures are the figures. I mean, there is some little nice things here with the trim here, with the railing that they made, how they did that. But it is nothing really... There's nothing really amazing about it. So there's no poor techniques, and there's nothing really amazing about this. And it also ended up getting a 9. So, as you can figure out, you add it all up, you divide by 4, you're going to get a 9. 4 9s equals a 9. That's not how math works, or that's how averages work. Because you're not adding them up, you're multiplying them and dividing by 4. So yeah, you get a 9, and I think that's about right. Yeah, I'll tell more about that in a moment. But as far as price, it was $29.99, which, $29.99 at 283 pieces. You do the math, and you end up with 10 cents per piece, which is perfect. It's where you want it. It ended up being a couple percent points a little bit above 10 cents, but not much. Definitely not enough to even bother rounding. So yeah, the price is good. and I think it's actually pretty good. I mean, this centerpiece here is definitely worth maybe over $10, and with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's right. So 7 figures. Yeah, you're getting a good amount worth here. Plus, there's the spinner and some other parts here with this. Sorry, Kai, but I'm not gonna try to dig you out there. So yeah, I gave this a G for good for as far as price is going to go. At least it's not, you know, expensive. That's what I would definitely not like to see, is a figure pack like this that doesn't really have a lot going on, just mostly the figures, and then it costs a lot too. So yeah, that is good price for that. So that brings our final eval score to a solid 9G. And this is kind of my judgment. Remember, this is my thoughts and stuff about it. But hopefully I give you an idea what's here. But it also depends on you yourself. I mean, are you a super fan of Ninjago? You want all these other characters that showed up in the show, or you like me and more interested in the vehicles and stuff like that? If you're like me, you're not gonna appreciate this set as much. But if you're a big fan of the show, you're probably gonna really like this. And parents, you're gonna have to make that call for yourself. Obviously, if your kids are watching Ninjago all the time, they're probably a big fan, and they're gonna want the figures. So yeah, this is very dependent what this is worth to you. I think my grade is decent grade. I mean, I don't know how to judge having figures in my score does not put that into calculation, having special figures or anything like that. Only, you know, their appearance, which the new special characters for this were nice, but some of the other ones were the same ones we've seen and have the same issues. But there's nothing bad here. But there's no real lot of constructing of vehicles or any fancy stuff going on to judge it that way. So that's it for me here. I'd like to know what you guys think about this set. I think it's pretty straightforward, but you know, let me know what you guys think about this and about my reviews in general. And if you're not familiar, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if you want to see more of this content and really like it, hit the sub button and the notification button so that you'll get notified when YouTube feels like it. If you want to get notified faster, hit go down in the description. I have links to my Facebook and Twitter accounts. You can follow me on there, and you will get much more up-to-date notifications when stuff comes out, and you know, other notifications as well that other than videos. Also have Patreon down there if you want to check that out. There's not much there right yet. I just have dollar donations for right now. That's if you want to help the channel out more directly. Indirectly is doing all this other stuff, commenting, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff, sharing with others. So yeah, that's it for me here, reminding you that creativity is key.